What the third conditional means. We use the third conditional to talk about an unreal past situation and its imagined past result. Example: if I had brought my umbrella, I would not have got wet. Example: if she had seen the sign, she would have stopped the car. The action did not really happen, so we imagine a different past. Example: if Tom had taken the bus, he would have arrived on time. The if part. After if, we use the past perfect, had plus a past participle. Example: if I had closed the window, the room would have stayed warm. Example: if they had bought tickets, they would have entered the museum. The if part gives the past condition. It tells us what needed to happen first. Example: if he had locked the door, the dog would not have run outside. The result part. In the result part, we use would have plus a past participle. Example: if I had cooked rice, we would have eaten dinner earlier. Example: if Anna had called me, I would have met her at the cafe. The result is also in the past, but it is not real. It is only imagined. Example: if the boy had worn a helmet, he would not have hurt his head. Positive and negative forms. For a positive result, use would have and the past participle. Example: if we had left at 6, we would have seen the sunrise. For a negative result, use would not have and the past participle. Example: if I had used a map, I would not have got lost. Example: if the cat had stayed inside, it would not have climbed the tree. Sentence order. You can start with if. When the if part comes first, use a comma. Example: if I had charged my phone, I would have taken photos. You can also start with the result. In this order, we usually do not use a comma. Example: I would have taken photos if I had charged my phone. Could have and might have. Use could have to show a possible ability in the imagined past. Example: if I had had more time, I could have painted the wall. Use might have when the result was possible, but not sure. Example: if it had been sunny, we might have played in the park. Examples: if I had heard the alarm, I would have woken up early. If she had packed lunch, she would not have bought a sandwich. If we had cleaned the kitchen, Mom would have smiled. If the man had seen the red light, he would have stopped. If I had worn my boots, my feet would have stayed dry. If they had brought a ball, they would have played soccer. If he had opened the box, he would have found the gift. If Maria had saved money, she would have bought the bike. If the children had studied, they would have passed the test. If I had washed the apple, I would have eaten it. If the shop had been open, we would have bought bread. If you had sent the photo, I would have printed it. If I had found my keys, I would not have waited outside. If the pizza had arrived hot, we would have eaten it fast. If I had known your address, I would have visited you. Quiz. Choose an option. Had studied. If I had studied, I would have passed the exam. Choose an option. Would have arrived. If she had taken a taxi, she would have arrived on time. Choose an option. Had brought. If we had brought water, we would not have been thirsty. Choose an option. Would not have got. If he had looked at the map, he would not have got lost. Choose an option. Had been. If the door had been open, the cat would have come in. Choose an option. Would have taken. If I had charged the camera, I would have taken more pictures. Choose an option. Had left. If they had left earlier, they would have seen the train. Choose an option. Would have helped. If you had called me, I would have helped you. Choose an option. Had rained. If it had rained, we would have stayed at home. Choose an option. Would have answered. If I had seen the email, I would have answered it. Choose an option. Had worn. If she had worn a coat, she would not have felt cold. Choose an option. Could have reached. If we had had a ladder, we could have reached the shelf.